This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Mifri Onmako Techiman, Bernard Kojo Fokuo Boatin. Good morning, award winner and your knowledgeable crew. Graham Potter is here to test defeat. With Potter, all things are possible. With Potter, in Potter we trust. England has lost slots for their defense. Who will Andy choose between Chris Smalling and Harry Maguire to the World Cup? Bernard, in some council message, I can kind Eddie Efrio. I didn't know.
Let's know, but straight away I'll go in for Harry Maguire. And David in a kind of video, so more kind of banana fan.
Chris Smalling?
Yeah.
Goals are ball rumor.
Yes. Harry Maguire rumor best started.
Okay.
So rumor on the bay almost top centre back.
But the check balls, my shadow.
I agree. But I think Manchester United team, no, Lisandro Martinez are being on a Varane. Varane so by any new. But Martinez are being improved and down they have Casemiro. There was a lot of pressure on him. I agree he's not on form, he's struggling. But Harry Maguire, so AS Roma, Gianluca Mancini, Roger Ebanas, and then Chris Smalling. Maguire and the top centre back in that three back.
Good morning, sir. The issue of black players is purely racist. At its peak, more than player racism, as far as football is concerned in Europe. But don't forget, Patrick Vieira is also practicing racism as a revenge for playing 10 black players in a game with 4 black subs. Hey, offer Claire, DSTV, Mbasetia, Otia small kind,
Patrick Vieira.
Yeah.
They all bought 10 players or maybe 10.
Patrick Vieira is also practicing racism as far as a revenge for playing 10 black players in a game with 4 black subs.
No, obviously that implied there was a white player in there. So he's talking about Jordan, Zaha, Edward, Ezri, Beneche, Guehi, Danny Ward. But I will not call it racism.
Yeah.
Maybe those were the players available.
I know that I'm not got through black footballers partnership. Nonsense. So 43% now. Blacks now about EPL, 34 and so about EFL. It move 4.4% per, and it may be coaches and managers. I'm a BBC. I'm for so no racism.
No.
The team now blacks.
Blacks are not valued in the football cycles. But how many blacks? My mama and son are because Adam so. My mama of 2 countries are blacks. I'm talking about France. I'm talking about Brazil. One Brazil national team coach are black. How many of them are facing? Brazil, they have about in Sao Paulo. They have about 2 million blacks in Sao Paulo. How many of their national teams and who say who Mario Zagallo, who Carlos Alberto Pereira, who Tele Santana, who Vicente Fiela, who Felipe Scolari, and the BBC Professor Tite. How many of these coaches and are black? Go to France. Yahu Marcel Desailly, Yahu Patrice Evra, Yahu Paul Pogba, Yahu N'Golo Kante, Yahu Kylian Mbappe. The list can go Blaise Matuidi and the likes. Ahmed Jacquet, Michel Hildaldo, Laurent Blanc, Zinedine Zidane, Roman Dominic. How many of these coaches and they blacks? Some coaches these are countries. Our game of football are yet dominated by blacks. So France, Karim Benzema is an African descent. Even Zinedine Zidane is an African descent as well. When France won the World Cup in 1998, Marcel Desailly, Lilian Thuram were key in that particular French national team. But she on team no 2002 no. Djibril Cissé, Patrick Vieira, Sylvain Wiltord. They were key in that particular setup. Talk about the last team that won the World Cup. N'Golo Kante was key. Blaise Matuidi was key. Kylian Mbappe key. Paul Pogba key. How many of these teams, national teams in America, no know coach now we bench no we tuntum. Nti ever say France Ewinia, you are valued as a French international.
Okay.
But the moment they lose, you are an African. Sana ho. Oba Premier League same old story. Since 2008, you rearrange a referee in the Tottenham Hotspur against Liverpool game. No? How many years down the line? We are talking about 14 years down the line. You any black referee in the EPL. I heard the blacks are bomb modern pa. So person who say EPL no blacks are bomb modern. Go back and check the Blackburn team of 1994 that won the Premier League. Here one the co move. For more brasro, now talk about the Manchester United setup. I know they don't who blacks because of Ferguson. But in all, and Deco and Dwight York were part of that particular setup. They were blacks. They were key to the Manchester United success. In 1999, you can't treble near the United at town. Forget about the United team and talk about the Arsenal setup. It was an Arsenal team that have Laurent Etamimea as a right back. No more Gilberto Silva, no more Patrick Vieira. General, in that particular team, Safe no to talk about the Chelsea team. Jose Mourinho mube coach yeno. Michael Essien, Claude Makelele, Didier Drogba, Nicolas Anelka. Again, blacks were key. The recent Liverpool dominance had Sadio Mane, Mo Salah in that particular squad. Leicester City, Babejit Premier League, they had Riyad Mahrez in that particular squad. And the Manchester City team had Mahrez too. Into blacks, the Omomodebo Premier League, it's so immense. But are they valued? No. Missy, Yawaha, and I hear Pam Jose Mourinho. The assistant coach of Jose Mourinho was black, who was Ledley King. Yamono Tranchema under 20 coach. You Brody, you are amazing, and they better take you over. That it happened at Tottenham Hotspur. So blacks are not valued in even countries. In a tournament. I mentioned Brazil. I was talking about France, and I'm talking about the Premier League as well. Now Premier League, blacks in the form areas no form the omobono. Thomas Partey Rube Arsenal. And what then there?
No,
you let me break my point. Let me
come up, but we already could.
If we fed the boss Leicester City, and what then there? N'Golo Kante Chelsea, and what then there? Casemiro, and what then there? Look at those areas. It is for the blacks in the Premier League.
Interesting.
Patrick Vieira no boy. Na Michael Essien boy. Na Claude Makelele boy.
Interesting.
It is look what your Premier League no power for table no bra na cap rule bi amenka baby obi abonche.
Do you need white rules?
And few.
You need white on both sides.
Do you know Maka Chelsea, Maka Man United, Maka Arsenal, Bissouma for Tottenham Hotspur, Fabinho for Liverpool. Edi be na ope. Maka Leicester City there. Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa. Edi be na here. She areas no. Baby a dia hodeni and near den pata pabo for the blacks.
Franco Nero is getting interesting.
Extremely interesting. Honestly, maybe Andy go rise is here. Them is
No, that's my observation.
Andy,
okay.
You see, Rashford or Tuntum, Oba attack, Ujinao me to the Breno, Jadon Sancho or Tuntum, Ujinao me to the Breno, Anthony. No, some Bobby
okay.
Dan Welbeck, Benteke, we have Crystal Palace for near the other day. Even at United, you still have a white guy in McTominay, a proper British, playing in that role. Or the saying West Ham United, Declan Rice. Over all the big teams now, over Chelsea, Jorginho, who is a white boy. They just take the first 6 teams in Ukraine.
Jorginho is a Brazilian.
He's still no, he's a white guy. Unless you want to tell, he's an Italian. New root NBA Brazil, but he's an Italian. He's a white Italian. We are not the free one.
Squad members.
Maybe
I mentioned
squad members.
Squad members.
Jorginho is a key guy at Chelsea.
Listen, our boy Benteke was a squad member, but Rashford is a squad member. I'm talking about key men.
Is Rashford not key member of the United?
As Manchester that Rashford is key member. Hey, Franco, Shedina Mbuboy. Shedina Mbuboy. No, that is my observation. You can disagree. That is my observation.
Because
you can disagree.
Even if a defense, I was in the midfield on Kwana, I was
coming there and then Uremu. Some of them na must say am yemenye and I will come.
Okay. Maybe
Nti,
that is where you, okay. I want to
yeah.
Okay.
Because now interesting. And the KERM. But Patrick Vieira, I say the doors are not opened to the black coaches.
You know, Mr. Omasha that part, they
Patrick
have
Vieira,
decided not to give any opportunity to the blacks. Now, I'm seeing England and Kwa, Maka France, Aka Brazil. So, I'm no, yeah, my blacks a chance there. Any England, France, in team commerce in view. Say, Aka France, and Aka Brazil, a corner tum form. The greatest player in Brazil football, a black. The second greatest, a black. The third greatest, a black. But Omukran, few black coaches BR in their national team. France for no omuduru soro na blacks ya yemfa black bi anere in the Premier League nemo de omo de black ye de omo fa black nya hwe. And you know I'm talking about certain key positions. Sheke Koyate mfimfin wa baby e de ahoden bo no e kwa na omo de omo bo
Clifford Cheba for or say please Andy should know that being an African goes beyond being black. Riyad Mahrez, Zinedine Zidane are of African descent but aren't blacks.
Yeah, they are white.
They are whites.
nti ye ditum se
I'm free Africa but I'm black.
nti ye ditum se Morocco ene Maghrebian countries no omo kan Africa wana.
There be Andy.
You
We have continent and we have color or race. Oko, even in England, you're black English, you're white English. And if we are talking about color, you stay with color instead of baby any penny free. Because we call Brazil, you're white Brazilians, you're black Brazilians. Even in Egypt, they have black Egyptians, they have white Egyptians. So are we talking about color here, or we are talking about baby Ufriba? Jorginho, for example, yes, ni root here Brazil, but he's a white guy. And if it's about color, maybe I may agree with you. And Patrick Vieira and say, you see, any football munkuana sa harmonia man woo. Yenya obi, and no more matra Britain a Japan. On back catcher say, a drum crowd, a drew baby, Sane Manemano Ecoso. But general, there's more to it than just the color. Let's be very honest. Black guys na yekano, a fan so ya ho, our muni free chromo. Minim sa otima say, how no kobo England. A fan, a blacks in a Premier League na boom. A fan yet white, a black English. Into most of the no ako win football no baby cry. And no share requirements crowd be here. Now they are qualified to be a Premier League coach, you know. A whole lot of things eba into it. Yeah, no say free war. Yes, he gave us the percentage of the black guys in the Premier League and the white guys.
43%.
43%. We are not beside say out of those 43%, you know, how many of them go into coaching? Because Ufano say 43% about Premier League now, it doesn't automatically make them coaches. But we coach there, as I say we so are we on bad
4.4%
and a bay coach.
coaches.
Boy say among 43% no boy, you know, what percentage of them any new coaching badges? Because they are available for the selection. I'm not saying this to say that me rule out possibility of racism. It is there, but there are others. Michael Essien nominate imuni ade ade no. E bi krom badge no ma yedru say.
Okay.
What you say? And then Kevin De Bruyne are we the badges nyina. There are a lot of the guys now all born no ye the badges. Etini nyina so ka ho bi.
All right.
But they have to work towards improving a percentage of white guys in the
Yeah, Jeffrey in some dear, but I'm check Kwati na minister of finance or UK. Let's check her.
Yeah.
Kwati got any no go on a cool school. Ghana
Prime Minister is an Indian.
You know, and I said you're black coaches in the Premier League. You're not 10 black coaches in the Premier League. See any.
But key position to say Sikasamu now also UK Ghana ni.
And I'm say the even in Germany we've had Jerome Boateng our captain the German national team. We race to change Germany for. But we are saying that the level of opportunity I'm citing Tottenham General as example. Jose Mourinho assistant coach now onam so ye tuntum ti yakọ under 20. Akọ for under 20 coach so my head coach.
That is Kwesi Kwarteng.
The finance minister.
Yeah, finance minister.
You know, dear nature racist.
I want Jeff in his moment.
A dear nature racist chair, dear Miss item. Points my lament ya. Points more swan. The Lampard Mushi or Mushi was, are you saying, Popo by England? I said, na sitting 10 or man in comments. I just got a Man City. What is he doing over there? What is it we can ask him in England?
Okay. Young Shaman for and so they said we can't qualify, but here we are, top in the group. If we lost our last game, we'll still top the group. Thanks to Chelsea family, Foster, Abuabo, Titekaso, one out the way, and so Abre. Frank, I'm saying what's your comment?
Yeah, just a quick one. Let me be someone say blacks no more defensive rule, baby. Israel, what they know. Abrofona a 10 year to that rule. And that's all more position that I know more boy.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Fabinho was a holding midfielder. Michael Essien, almost all of them. That was their role. It's not like Omoya attackers. The Mitima cancel Omu training by John Michelobi. John Michelobi was a proper number 10, but Josie made him a holding midfielder. We in every more. It's quite interesting. I think black coaches in Anka Sansusono. Especially omo free chrome or omo football, we omo badges, chrome. If we can do a fair analysis, we need to know how many of them got their badges. Bichitum said the likes of Paulins and So Campbell. So Campbell the badges alongside Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Moniade. Those guys deserve the place. But how come Patrick Vieira has made it? Sometimes it's also about competence.
It's true. The blacks are not recognized. They always consider their white midfielders as intelligent. When I'm from Chamina, Recibiani, Anka, call Marrakesh, Ronaldo Hotel, Kojima Home Kakra, Dawson. It's true that the blacks are not recognized. They always consider their white midfielders as intelligent and technical players. But for the blacks, it's their strength. Check the name given to Asian. Bize, we do if I have Kenya say and Abba. Asian man bison, eh? Bison, bison, they bison.
Almost like a bulldozer.
Bison, ne bison.
The bull.
Okay.
They can write on to be at
Okay. Meba. I agree with Andy KERM on his submission, but he should take out Mohamed Salah, Mahrez, and the North African guys from his blacklist and concentrate on others. Spain Boga, Sugar Coffee.
And then the matter matter as a Morocco for the Amrof.
Now, don't walk out from Wabrofu. Omonya sama who's a calf or movie. Don't come be any home.
And the Argentina for me, Abrofano.
No, we have no.
Okay, how about you?
You know, Argentina story so Yahweh. Almost say blacks nasi. Almost say that. Say blacks nasi.
So Brazil for Abrofano.
But tell me about Casemiro Mudiu. And Casemiro is from Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo was about 2 points.
No,
something.
just to draw the point, say in Brazil, you can have a white, you can have a black. I said draw the line between location, baby, anybody free, and then the color.
Okay.
South Africa being black, being white, but it's an African continent.
I would hear Cosa line in the
No, Morocco, you're black.
They are white in South Africa, don't feel room on your blacks.
What's that?
White in South Africa.
Me say, and you crow film the say, we are black and now you're white. You were generally speaking, you know, African, you're funny saying you're black, but you see a Moroccan who is white.
Our Yanko.
Someone like Derek Boatin said you.
When I come as uncle, we are treating things. I want this I say, Yanko.
Said you, someone like Derek Boatin, Abrofone Sisane Bo. Ama ye yan in sofa so. Obiabe Kai when Derek Boatin rose up as an under-20 player in Argentina 2001. Said you, free-flowing football champagne. I quite remember when he was wearing the shirt of Panathinaikos. Obeboe Juma be Old Trafford. At a point, Sir Alex Ferguson was chasing for his signature. All of a sudden, Seju, obey a defensive midfielder. She could do some more, Seju. She had prominence. Ne wing back position at a point, Conte, no. Ama even Kosiapia at a point, and also born at left full back. Ama Yan and Sun Faso. most often I agree with Andy on that score. Say oftentimes a Juma on the pitch now it require a Juma dimpa and I require a more dimpa no use black people na.
What Andy is saying is right, because most of the African players prefer to play a midfield role. That's why Africans don't have quality strikers. Sly Chiches, Chronoma Boynya, and Cressa.
It traces down to send you see Bobo your communities.
Okay.
Your communities in this far, you need park, I can see it. Into a corner small post. Into the act of close control, midfield qualities, no, you need easy from communities football, no, and no, I can't be nema your bread in terms of producing top notch strikers. So, what you're saying for me, it's right.
Okay.
And they'll be actually imaginary free this Ledley King thing. Say, Mourinho appointed him because he was the club ambassador and were appointed in the technical team, but not because he was a coach and as one and assistant coach.
Okay.
It was the reason why when he was sacked, Tottenham decided say Ledley King will not lead, but they will bring the under 20 coach.
Was he not satisfied? Because at that top level, they know not certified to be at that technical bench.
The grounds upon which Mourinho convinced the leadership of Tottenham say he's a club ambassador. He wants him to take a senior position in the club so that Obenya no influence in the dressing room.
I agree with Andy KERM 300%. It's Ken Baski, Mansie, and in size. Kintam, Sana Mahu Haman, Kenny Amzona Gatami. And the reason ka crabby anti on any Adreno, Akahona, Ayakamakama. I think we should also look at this from another point of view. What about the tactical aspect of football? These whites are developed from the academy to the professional stage. So check all African players that were developed outside Africa. They are also given the chance to play in other positions. One for Eddie and Kahon and Ebremi. Okay. Few and far between now. Can I say Bishop?
No, I can't give you the list.
What Andy is saying?
He was the first African to play in the Premier League.
Tony Boy, your coaching badges.
No, or Cabo on a bone.
Or say, Omut Inabrofano, it have a top coaches because Omut training from academy, no. Through Omu train on Binyano and my coaching, no, easy.
Okay, what Andy is saying is 100% right. No doubt about that. No one should argue with him. Simple. Opoman vibration at Tebubu and anyway, and so Abre. You mentioned another Champions League games, you know, I course, you know, na the Nedi and Krabi and so Akahon. Na the Amanoin Abba area. Good morning, Sergio, and your wonderful crew. Please, I want more details about Palmeiras, a 16-year-old boy called Hendrik. This is Jibril Liwan watching you live from Tech Aija Zongo.
The first professional goal that was yesterday. Barcelona cost no, Real Madrid cost Paris Saint-Germain the 30 million euro. Palmeiras is all money.
Okay.
Ne papa ye cleaner. Palmeiras Stadium.
Okay.
You know, 30 no money.
Okay. Al Hassan Rashid. Diase. Good morning. Memphis training near Grokra. Racism in life. In every country, even in Ghana. Racism is rife in every country, even in Ghana, but more in the Western world. What you guys should be championing is the center referee for EPL. Do you remember the last time we had a black referee in the EPL? It is a misnomer to call blacks in US as black Americans without calling their white counterparts European Americans, because they are not indigenous Americans. We are all migrants. Says Sly Babs ANT anyway about Mikel Obi was supposed to be a replacement of JJ Okocha because he was a dribbler. He was changed at Chelsea. One other way by say Sly Babs ANT Accra Newtown. All right, young matches no more cry now. Me enjoy some corona mood in the easy.